Yes, students. Now we will learn section 8, which talks about taxability of composite and mixed supply. So before understanding the taxability of composite and mixed supply, we need to understand what is composite supply and what is mixed supply. It is actually defined in the law, but let me try to explain it in simple terms first. Then we will see what is given in the law, guys. Yes, I will try to explain with an example here. Yes, composite and mixed supply. But guys, students might get confused with individual supplies and composite and mixed supply. Please listen carefully. I will explain first. Assume there is two individual supply. Means I am buying two goods together. Goods one for 1000 on which GST is 5% comes to 50 rupees, and goods two for 2000 rupees. GST is 18%. Amount comes to 360. So the totally I need to pay how much to the seller? 410 GST plus 3000 for goods. That is 3410. Now when seller is selling me, he is selling two goods and I am buying two goods. Did I buy it together for a single price? No. I bought it for an individual price. Correct? For individual price. So do we call it as composite or mixed supply? No, guys. Sir, what is composite or mixed supply? Means when two or more either goods or service or a combination of goods and service is supplied for a single price. That assume G1 as well as G2 both is supplied together for 3000. They didn't give a breakup. Both put together they told we are selling it for 3000. So can I call it as either composite or mixed supply? Yes. Composite or mixed, we will classify that. But should we check whether it is composite or mixed? Yes. So I repeat, when two or more goods or services or one good, one service or multiple goods, multiple service is supplied for a single price, we need to identify whether that supply is a composite supply or mixed supply. In this case, sir, is it supplied for a single price together or as individual supplies? Individual supply. So we need not check whether it is composite or mixed. Same way, one more example. Assume guys, his service is supplied for 5000 on which GST is 18%. And for goods is supplied for 20,000. They both are supplied together, but for a separate prices. Not for single price, separate prices. So on this GST is 5%. Can we calculate the GST separately? Yes. Apply 18% on 5000 and 5% on 20,000. So amount comes to 900 and 1000. How much will the supplier charge to the recipient people? 25,000 plus 1900. 26,900 total. Is that clear? Yes. That means each supplier is an individual supply. We need not worry about whether it is a composite supply or mixed supply. Next coming to. Sir, G1 as well as G2, goods 1, goods 2, both are supplied for a single price, sir. No breakup is given by the supplier. He is selling both the goods for how much? 50,000. Now, sir, on goods 1, the rate is 18%. On goods 2, the rate of GST is 5%. It will vary from goods to goods, from service to service, guys. There are different rates of GST. 5%, 12%. Then it is also, sorry, no, 12 is not there now. They have removed 5%, 18%, and 40% on some luxury and sin goods. And for some special items like gold and all, they have a special rate 3%. And even for some special stones or like precious stones and all, they have a separate rate. But actually normal rates are what, sir? 5%, 18% they're told. But 40% is again a special rate only for some selected goods. Clear? Yes, sir. So assume for one goods the rate is 18%, the another goods the rate is 5%. Now we need to check whether it is a composite supply or mixed supply. Why are you checking it, sir? Guys, two goods are supplied for a single price. So is it an individual supply? No. So we need to identify whether it is a composite supply or mixed supply. Sir, how do we identify? How do we classify whether the supply is a composite supply or mixed supply? Please pay attention. If the goods which is supplied together, if they are naturally bundled means majority of the customers are willing to buy it together. They are willing to buy it together. We call it as what? Naturally bundled. And if it is a naturally bundled combo, then we call it as composite supply. And in case of composite supply, guys, we need to identify which is a principal supply out of this. What is principal supply, sir? Guys, because of this, the other things was supplied. Because of this, the other thing was supplied. We call it as principal supply, something which is having predominant element in the entire combo. Okay, sir. Now listen, I will try to explain with some practical example. Assume you want to buy a mobile phone. They will give only mobile phone? No, mobile phone along with charger. Now assume on mobile phone the GST rate is 5%, on charger GST rate is 18%. Both they are selling for a single price 20,000. For 20,000. Now, is it a composite supply? Yes, because majority of the customer want to buy it together. Yes, mobile along with charger. Or else, sir, how to charge, sir? Without charger, my life is nothing, sir. Clear? It is as if I don't have anything in life, sir. I want charger to charge my mobile phone, sir. Whether I will charge or not, myself, my mobile has to be charged always. Okay. Now, obviously, charger is required. Yes. What was principal supply in this, guys? Mobile phone. Did you buy mobile phone along with charger, or did you buy charger along with mobile? Which was the main supply, guys? Simple. Principal supply means which was the main supply? Mobile. So along with mobile, even charger is getting supplied. So what is charger here? Ancillary supply. What is mobile? Principal. Whatever is the rate applicable for the mobile phone will be applicable for entire 20,000. Will be applicable for entire 20,000. Hope you understood. Clear? Yes. So you can observe here. So let us assume G1 and G2 is naturally bundled. They are composite supply. So G1, G2. Let me assume G2 as the principal supply. Let me assume G2 as what, guys? Principal supply. What will be the rate applicable for entire 50,000? 5%. So 5% on 50,000 comes to 2,500. So supplier will totally charge how much to the recipient? 52,500. Any doubt? Let me give one more example. Assume we went to Tata Chromo to buy TV. Will you buy only TV? No. Sir, TV along with warranty or insurance, obviously at least 1 or 2 years or 3 years, depending. See, you can extend the warranty. Assume they are giving warranty for 1 year. You can extend it by paying extra. I am not talking about that extra because for that they will charge separate amount. Clear? Now assume you are buying a TV for 50,000, which includes TV, remote, and few more extra items, whatever is required to fix it, wire that, this and all, wire cables, and also warranty for 1 year. Is it a composite supply? Yes, it is naturally bundled. It is naturally bundled. I cannot go buy TV in one shop, remote in another shop, cable in another shop. Correct? Naturally bundled. Illa, now our Vedesh will tell, sir, I will buy separately. What do you do? He is exception. I told what? Majority of the customers. Majority of the customers want to buy it together. Correct? Yes, sir. In that case, sir, do we treat it as a composite supply? Yes. What is principal supply in that? TV. Correct. Because of TV, other things are getting supplied. So principal supply is TV. So whatever rate is applicable for TV will be applicable for entire 50,000. But 50,000, is it charged only for TV? No, TV along with warranty and other items. Clear? Yes. Now one more clarity. I gave first one, mobile along with charger. Correct? Yes. See, mobile along with charger is sold for 20,000. Now majority of the companies sell mobile phone along with charger, guys. But this Apple company, for them, two different products. They also know, obviously, when you can buy the phone, you can also buy the adapter. And they sell it as a two separate products. So will it fall under this or fall under this? Under this. Because it is separate as two, it is supplied as two separate products. Assume we purchased one iPhone for 1 lakh, cost of one kidney maybe. Sir, my kidney is worth only 1 lakh. Don't worry about it. So, I purchased an iPhone for 1 lakh and they are not giving adapter along with it. For adapter, I have to pay separately and take it. Should I check whether it is a composite supply or mixed supply? No, because two separate products are supplied for two separate consideration means it will be covered here, guys. I call it as individual supplies. So that is an exception. We need not check about it. When two or more goods are supplied for a single price together, only then we will check whether it is composite or mixed. Okay. Naturally bundled, then understood. What is naturally bundled? Actually, in the law, they have not defined what is naturally bundled. It is left for the industry to decide. So what they have told is, if majority of the customer want to buy it together, then it is naturally bundled. They use the word majority, not all. I told my exceptions might be there. Yes. Now assume our Ramesh told, sir, I don't want to buy mobile along with charger. If I buy it in showroom, it is costly. I will go buy it in where? Some other shop. Okay. Where the cost is less, sir. You can do it. Clear? Yes. But obviously, when seller is giving it together for a single price, whether you take it or not, you have to pay for it. Correct. If you want, you can take it to home, throw it. But you have to get it together. Because when two or more things are supplied for a single price, you cannot tell, I don't want that. Very few people may tell, okay, if you exclude this, we will charge less. If that is the case, we know that how much you are charging for that and how much you are charging for this. Is that clear? Yes. Chalo. Sir, what if it is not naturally bundled? We call it as mixed supply. That is when two or more goods or services is supplied for a single price, but they are not naturally bundled. We call it as what, guys? Mixed supply. Sir, examples, please. Now assume you have bought a gift pack. Okay, during Diwali or Dasra and all, you get some gift pack where there will be sweets, chocolate, dry fruits, everything. Correct? Yes. Sir, three items or four items are there in this gift pack. They're charging 2000 for this. Three or more goods supplied for a single price. Sir, is it naturally bundled? Does majority of the people want to buy it together? No. Maybe it is a seller strategy to pack it in one box and give it to you. So in that case, is it a naturally bundled? No. We call it as mixed supply. And or else, one more example. Assume guys, you are buying a package or a combo of shampoo, face wash, face cream together. Combo. Sir, is it naturally bundled? I don't think so. I don't think so. Correct? Huh? It is not a naturally bundled. Why so? Because majority of the customer buy them individually. Whatever they want. Okay. So in that case, it is a mixed supply. Now, in case of mixed supply, what is the rate applicable, sir? Whatever rate is applicable for the product, which is highest rate in the entire combo. Let us see that example. Assume goods 1 and goods 2 is supplied for together 50,000 for 50,000. And none of this is a principal supply. Why so? Because it is a mixed supply, not naturally bundled. So if I ask you in shampoo, face wash, face cream, what is principal supply? Sir, none of them are principals. None of it is having predominant element. So in that case, what do they pick? They will pick the highest rate, guys. They will pick the highest rate. So highest, okay, let me write here. Better. Highest rate. So what is the highest rate among the combo? 18%. Apply that. 50,000 into 18% will be 9,000. So totally how much supplier will charge to the recipient? 59,000. Got it? Huh? Yes. Easy. It is easy. Okay. Now let me go to my revision chart and show you once. Because once I understand it in simple terms, I can easily understand what is given in the law, guys. Okay, please pay attention. In one single chart, I have tried to cover both. Two or more goods or services or both supplied together by a taxable person. Okay, who is supplying it, guys? Taxable person. Sir, what if it is supplied by a small person who is not registered under GST? Then for you, why should you want to check whether it is a composite supply or mixed supply? Because you are not liable to pay GST. So only if supplier is a taxable person, we will check it. And it is supplied for which price? Single price. Okay. First to check. What is the first checkpoint, guys? Naturally bundled. How will I tell whether it is naturally bundled or not? If majority of the customer is willing to buy it together, I call it as naturally bundled. It is covered in which section, people? 2 clause 30. Composite supply. It is a composite supply which is defined in section 2 clause 30. And in case of composite supply, it is treated as a supply of which supply? Principal supply. Principal supply means which is having a predominant element. For example, sir, laptop which is supplied together with laptop bag and charger. Is it a composite supply? Yes. Which is a principal supply in this? Lap. Rate applicable to the principal supply is applicable to the entire value. In my example, on 50,000, what was the rate applicable? 5%. Why 5%, sir? Because 5% was the rate applicable for principal supply. Then coming to mixed supply. Sir, when do I decide whether a supply is a mixed supply? When it is not naturally bundled, it cannot be composite supply. Automatically it will be what? Mixed supply. Mixed supply also means, guys, it is like this. It has to be starting like this. Two or more goods or services to supply together for a single price, but it is not naturally bundled. So automatically it will become what? Mixed supply. Treated as a supply of that particular supply that attracts highest rate of tax. Rate applicable to the supply that attracts the highest rate of tax is applicable to the entire value. In my last example, sir, what was the highest rate? 18%. So 18% will be applicable for full 50,000, guys. Is that clear? Yes. And please be careful, guys. Very simple. This and all is the area where if they ask question, you have to get out of out. Very simple area. But till now, whatever I've explained, it is in simple terms. Obviously, you have to use the explanation. What is the language used in the law? Like naturally bundled, predominant element. Please use these words in your answers. Don't simply tell, yes, it is a composite supply. No, it is not a composite supply. Yes, it is a mixed supply. Please don't tell like that. Learn how to explain it. Anyway, we will be solving the questions, but you should be very careful with respect to the terms used in the law, guys. Chalo, we will get into now. Often goods or services or both together are supplied in a combination for a single price. Underline that. That is a key term. And that's when it may not be simple enough to distinguish supplies and identify them separately, as each of them may attract a different rate of tax, but it is sold as one package for a single price. Composite supply. Section 2, Clause 30 of CGST Act 2017 defines composite supply as a supply made by a taxable person. Okay, who is taxable person, people? We have already understood who is taxable person. A person who is registered under GST or who is liable to get registered under GST. To whom is he supplying? To recipient. To recipient. Okay, means we need to understand these two terms also, guys. Who is supplier? Who is recipient? I already told you in simple term. Who is supplier? Seller, or the person who is providing the service. Who is the recipient, people? The person who is buying it or who is taking the services. Okay. We will see the definition is given for supplier and recipient. Okay. To a recipient consisting of two or more taxable supplies of goods or services or both, or any combination thereof, which are naturally bundled and supplied in conjunction with each other, means together. Conjunction with each other means together in the ordinary course of business, one of which is a principal supply. Okay, they are supplied together in the ordinary course of business. Sir, almost every seller sell like this only, sir. They sell it together. Okay, that is the industry practice, sir. Okay. Now, when the goods or services are bundled in the ordinary course of business, would depend on upon the normal or frequent practices followed in the area of business in which goods or service relate to. In simple, industry practice. If large number of goods or service recipients, that is majority of the buyers of such bundle of goods services reasonably expect such goods or services to be provided as a package, then such a package could be treated as naturally bundled in the ordinary course of business. So if majority of the customers want to buy it together, we treat it as naturally bundled, guys. Now they use the word last line, principal supply. What is principal supply? Guys, I already told you in simple. Sir, because of this item, other things are getting supplied. Because of mobile charger. Because of TV, warranty and other things, remote and all. And because of laptop bag and laptop charger. So which is the principal supply here? Mobile, TV, laptop. Principal supply means a supply of goods or services which constitutes the predominant element of a composite supply and to which any other supply forming part of that composite supply is ancillary. In my example, charger, bag and all is what? Ancillary. Yes. Please remember, guys, key terms. Principal supply means what? Predominant element. Predominant element. Okay. So principal supply is defined in clause section 2, clause 90. Example is chargers supplied along with mobile phones. Okay, sir. Which is the principal supply, people here? Mobile phone. Charger is ancillary to it. The features of composite supplies are consist of, okay, I have just broken down whatever was the definition. No, I have just broken down that into parts so that When you are studying, sir, should I mug up the definition? No. Even if you study it as a part, later you should be able to combine and form a sentence from it. Consist of two or more supplies? Okay. Are they naturally bundled? Yes. Are they supplied together in conjunction with each other? Yes. One of which is a principal supply. A single price is charged for the supply. And what would be the tax liability? Shall be the rate applicable to principal supply. Is it given in the definition? No. It is actually given in section 8, guys. This last line is actually given in section 8. Some examples. Guys, see, they're asking question on all this, and whatever they're repeatedly asking, no, those examples I have put it here. Now, sir, in the exam, will they come and give one new transaction where I am not able to tell how is it operated in industry? Clear? When they are not, see, when it is not a usual transaction which is happening in the industry, they cannot come and give something newly in the exam altogether, completely new altogether. Why? Because I may think it is naturally bundled, you may think it in some other way. So different student will think in a different way. So normally when they give any question as an example, guys, like any transaction if they give, they will give which is prevalent in the industry, which is prevalent in the industry, which any student might have an idea about. So these are the actual questions which are repeatedly asked in like exams and all, which I have tried to give here as an examples. Let us see. When a consumer buys a television set, he also gets mandatory warranty and a maintenance contract with the TV. This supply is what people? Composite supply. In this case, what will be the principal supply? TV. Warranty and maintenance will be what? Ancillary to it. Coming to second one. Mahesh manufacturers enter into a contract with Chiku Limited for the supply of ready-made shirts packed in designer boxes at Chiku's limited outlet. Further, Mahesh manufacturer would also get them insured during the transit. Means seller is selling the goods along with package and he is sending to the recipient. For sending the goods during transportation, he has also taken the insurance in transit. All these are taken care by supplier and he is charging one single amount to the recipient. Assume 10,000. So is it a composite supply? Yes, all these are naturally bundled. Now assume guys, simple. Now if I go and deliver the goods to the recipient like this in hand, will you accept it? No. At least some basic packing has to be done. Correct. Even when you receive the goods from Amazon, Flipkart and all, sir, do they charge extra packing for it? No. But will they deliver it only like that straight away? Will delivery boy come and give it to your hand like that only product? No. See, inside the box, product will be there. I am telling you, will they give it with box or without box? With package or with box. Correct. Now, see, there is a different thing also. For example, sir, I want to gift an item to my friend whose birthday is today. I ordered a gift on Amazon where they asked, is gift wrapping required? I told yes. I selected yes. And they're charging 50 rupees extra for it. Is it a composite supply? No. It is a separate individual supply. Correct? Because they're charging separate for it. If you request for a separate packing, then for that they would be charging extra amount. I am not talking about that. For any goods you buy on Amazon or Flipkart or Myntra or whichever platform you use, do they send it with package, guys? Yes. So is it a part of composite supply? Is it naturally bundled? Yes. Okay. So in this case, what was the principal supply? Goods. In this case, supply of goods, packing materials, transport and insurance is a composite supply, wherein supply of goods is a principal supply, guys. Next, a travel ticket from Mumbai to Delhi may include service of food being served on board, free insurance and use of airport lounge. Now assume I am traveling in a flight and I have booked along with flight some snacks or food items. Sir, the journey is long, so I have booked breakfast, lunch along with ticket. They have charged me, assume 25,000. Is it a composite supply? Is it naturally bundled? Especially when it is a flight, guys, it is naturally bundled. Why so? Because you cannot get out of the flight and have lunch and come back. If at all if you want, then tata, bye bye. Correct? You have to have that. Now, sir, what if they charge extra? Whatever is the case, you should have it. Or ultimate is you can carry box. Correct? Yes. But obviously in that flight, sir, carrying box. Now, some students are there like that also. I will not carry box because I cannot have like that. I will have it in the canteen. Especially when you are traveling in flight, will you carry box there and have it here? Very less chances. So what do? You will book the flight charges along with food or snacks. So is it naturally bundled? Yes. Now see, sir, I will book a train ticket through IRCTC. There they have given an option to book food also. Is it a composite or mixed supply? No. Why? Because they charge separately for it. They charge separately for it. If you want, it is optional for you. You can add on. You call it as add-on service. Correct? Yes. No question of composite or mixed supply. Even in flight, when you are booking a flight, if flight charges is different, food is different. No question of composite, no question of mixed. But no, sir, along with flight charges, they have charged me 25,000. They will only give lunch. They will only give breakfast. Is it naturally bundled? Yes. It is naturally bundled, guys. Okay. In this case, the transportation of passenger, that is transportation service, constitutes the predominant element of composite supply and is treated as principal supply, and all other supplies are ancillary. Correct? See, you are traveling in flight. Just because the journey was long, you are having food. Correct? What was the principal supply here? Transportation, flight charges. Correct? Are you going there to travel in a flight? Along with that, you are having food, or else to have food only I went in flight. Obviously, what is principal here? Traveling. That is the flight service, guys, or transportation service. Taxability. Okay, till now we discussed, sir, is a supply composite or not? If it is a composite, what is the rate applicable? Section 8 will tell. Guys, please be careful. Definition of composite supply is given where? Vasant, where is it given? In the book. 2 clause 30. What is the tax rate for composite supply is given where? In section 8. Composite supply comprising two or more supplies, one of which is a principal supply, shall be treated as supply of such principal supply. That means in our example, okay, let me just tell it. What? TV in the first example, second example, goods, third example, travel ticket, that is flight charges or the transportation charges. So the entire value of composite supply will be charged at the rate which is applicable to the principal supply. Whatever is the rate applicable for the principal supply will be charged on the entire sale value, guys. I have given one illustration for that also. Let us have clarity then and there only. Number of examples and illustrations I have given. Rathi Computers supplies laptop along with laptop bag and even charger, you assume, to a customer for 55,000. Is it naturally bundled, people? Is it naturally bundled? Yes. Being naturally bundled, supply of laptop bag along with laptop is a composite supply, which is treated as supply of principal supply, that is laptop. Assuming the rate of tax applicable on laptop is 18% and on laptop bag is 28%. As on today, actually 28% is not relevant, but still I have given it as an example. Let us accordingly decide it. And sir, are we expected to know what is the actual rate of TDS in the real world? No, you need not. Sir, on laptop, what is the rate? On bag, what is the rate? Should we know? No. When there is any question like this, they will only give the rate in the question. Accordingly, check and apply the right rate. In the given case, what is the principal supply, guys? Laptop. On laptop, what is the rate applicable? 18%. So 18% GST would be charged on entire sale value. How much? 55,000. Okay. Works contract and restaurant services are the classic example of composite supply. If you remember, I explained this when I was covering schedule 2. At the end, we had composite supply, that is work contract services and restaurant services. Clear? I told under the previous indirect tax regime, it was a big headache. Why so? Because in this too, both goods also is involved, service is also involved. Previously on goods, VAT was levied, and on service, the service tax was levied. So it was not possible for the supplier to give breakup, sir, for how much service, how much goods and all. But now under GST, they have clearly clarified, telling even though goods is involved, it is purely supply of service. However, the GST law identify both as supply of services, and such services are chargeable to specific rate of tax mentioned against such services, works contract and restaurant services, guys, which we already covered in schedule 2. Actually, even in this case, goods is also involved, service is also involved. But should we check, sir, what is the highest rate, lower rate and all? No. There is a separate rate applicable for restaurant service, works contract service, just apply that. Both are considered to be supply of service, guys. Okay. Done with composite. And guys, once you understand composite, mixed is easy. Why, sir? What is not composite is mixed. What is not composite? Which is not naturally bundled. Which is not naturally bundled is mixed supply. What, Vedesh? Under section 2 clause 74 of CGST Act 117, mixed supply means two or more individual supplies of a goods or services or any combination thereof made in conjunction with each other. Guys, conjunction means what? Supplied together. By whom? Taxable person. Okay. For a single price where such supply does not constitute composite supply. Means at the end they told one simple line. What is not composite is mixed. But obviously, two or more goods or service should be supplied for a single price together. And it is not composite. What is not composite? It's straight away mixed. But how will I decide whether it is not composite? Naturally bundled. Key term. A supply, okay, example, a gift pack comprising of chocolates and sweets sold together as a package. Is it naturally bundled, people? No. Because normally people tend to buy this separately. A supply can be mixed supply only if it is not a composite supply. As a corollary, it can be said that if the transaction consists of a supply which is not naturally bundled in the ordinary course of business, then what do we call it as? Mixed supply. Once the amenability of the transaction as a composite supply is ruled out, means once the chances of a supply becoming a composite supply is ruled out, automatically we will take a role, mixed supply. And a single consideration is charged for the entire supply of different components, then it would definitely be what? Mixed supply. Features. Now, whatever definition is there, now I've just broken down that into points and I have given it. What is it, guys? The features of mixed supply are, it consists of two or more supply, not naturally bundled, a single price is charged for the supply, none of the supplies within the package is identifiable as principal supply. The tax liability shall be the rate applicable to the supply that attracts highest rate of tax. Okay. Sir, where is this given, sir? Where is this given? Not in the definition. It is given in section 8. Examples. One buys a consolidated package of beauty products. That is shampoo, comb, conditioner, nail polish, lipstick and tooth powder. Girls, can you answer? Is it a mixed supply or composite supply? Mixed supply. Because most of the time you buy this separately. Maybe one person here will tell, no, sir, I will want to buy it together. Why to go to different shop to buy each of this? I will go to one shop where they will sell me as a combo. I will buy it. I told majority. Majority wins. A shopkeeper selling storage water bottles along with refrigerator. Bottles and refrigerator can easily be priced and sold independently. Correct? Normally that will be sold separately. But the seller of refrigerator is selling water bottle along with refrigerator. Is it naturally bundled? No. So such supplies will be mixed supplies. Last one. A supply of package consisting of canned foods, sweets, chocolates, cakes, dry fruits, aerated drink and fruit juices when supplied for a single price is a mixed supply. Each of these items can be supplied separately. Correct? Now, most of the people will buy all this separately. But one of the seller is combining all this, selling it as a combo. Take it and that. So in that case, is it naturally bundled? No, guys. It is not naturally bundled. It is evident here that the products can all be independently supplied and any one of them cannot be singled out as principal supply. And these are deliberately bundled and sold together. It might be a seller strategy to sell all this together for a single price. Taxability, section 8. Mixed supply comprising of two or more supplies shall be treated as supply of that particular supply that attracts highest rate of tax. The entire value of mixed supply will be charged at the rate applicable to the supply that attracts highest rate, guys. Whichever product attracts highest rate, that will be the rate applicable from within the consolidated package. I have given illustration. Guys, if you just master this, this is enough. Any question on mixed supplies or composite supply, you will be able to nail it. Srinath Enterprises supplies 10,000 kits at 50 each, amounting to totally how much? 5 lakh to Raghav General Store. Okay, Srinath Enterprises is the supplier. Raghav, a general store, is a recipient. Each kit consists of one shampoo, one face wash, one kajal pencil. Okay. Huh? Kajal means not her. You know, if boys has doubt, you can check with girls. What is kajal pencil? Huh? You don't apply, you can just check. Huh? It is a mixed supply. It is a mixed supply and it is treated as supply of that particular supply which attracts highest rate of tax. Assuming that the rate of tax for shampoo is 18%, face wash is 28%, and kajal pencil is 12%. What is the highest rate? 28%. In the given case, the highest rate is on face wash, 28%. So on entire 5 lakh people, how much GST would be? 28%. 28%. So this should be a seller strategy actually to sell properly, to plan properly. Guys, okay, let me give one more example. Assume we are providing the classes. We are providing the recorded classes. Along with recorded classes, even books are provided for a single price. Sir, is it a composite supply or mixed supply? Composite supply, because majority of the students want it together. Correct? Classes along with books. And that too, if it is provided for a single price. No, sir. Books for a separate price, classes for a separate price. Then it is two different individual supplies. We discussed few examples first to know like that. Sir, both put together is sold for a single price, sir. Is it a composite or mixed? Composite. And what will be a principal supply there? Classes. Because that has the predominant element, guys. Correct, right? Yes. Sure. So in this chapter, okay, before this, guys, we have some definition left. We'll just cover it, especially supplier and recipient. Come to the beginning of this chapter. We have already covered few definitions, or most of the definition we already covered. Few more are left. We'll just cover it up. Supplier, recipient. Who is supplier, people? Simple. Who is supplier? Seller of goods or service provider. Who is the recipient? Who has purchased the goods or who has taken the services. Very simple. But in the law, you see how big dialogue they have put. Supplier, section 2, clause 105 of CGST Act. Supplier in relation to any goods or services or both shall mean the person supplying the said goods or services. Okay, whoever is supplying the goods or services. This is the key line. This is enough for us to lock. Even person you take. And shall include an agent acting as such on behalf of such supplier in relation to goods or services or both supplied. Sir, can agent also be considered a supplier? Yes, if invoice is issued in his name. Correct? Yes, can he also become a supplier? Yes. They didn't tell you that invoice should be issued in his name, that name and all, but that is how you should understand. Clear? Agent will become a separate supplier when invoice is issued in his name. Okay. However, okay, this 3 lines is what is most important, guys. Now they have given, however, a person who organizes or arranges directly or indirectly supply of what? Specified actionable claim. Guys. Is specified actionable claim a part of actionable claim? Yes. Now, is specified actionable claim covered in Schedule 3? No. It is excluded from Schedule 3. That means on specified actionable claim, is GST applicable? Yes. What about other actionable claims, sir? It is part of Schedule 3. No GST on it. No GST on it. Now listen. Sir, specified actionable claim. Now the person who is owning the platform, as your mobile gaming. So what is specified actionable claim? We covered, people, already. You remember, no? The definition. Betting, casino, gambling, horse racing, lottery, online money gaming. Let me take one example. That is either casino or online money gaming. The person who owns it will not be sitting there to conduct all the things. Correct? Assume you are playing some mobile game by betting some amount and who is the actual supplier there? The person who owns the app or who organizes, who owns that platform. Is that clear? Yes. Same way. Sir, assume I will go to Goa. Goa. Okay. Dream destination for many students. Go to Goa. There is something casino. Okay. Casino means there you can go bet some amount and all. Some games and all is there. See, you can go for experience, but never bet your money is what I suggest. Oh. But assume I went there and I did betting and all. Sir, who is the actual supplier, madam? Aram se focus here. Control. So now, sir, I went and participated there. I paid 1,000 rupees as a bet amount. Who is the supplier for it? Who is the supplier for it? Who owns the casinos? Who owns the casinos? Savita, anything important? If you want, you can talk and finish. I will continue later. In between, don't get diverted. If I tell anything, please restrict to that much. Now, ನಾನು ಒಂದೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಪಕ್ಕ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡೈಲಾಗ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ don't practice that. Chalo. All these are part of GST, na? Yes. Sir, who is considered to be the supplier for all this? Whoever is the owner of it, or whoever owns the platform, or who is organizing it. This betting and all, whoever is organizing it, they are considered as supplier. That is what is mentioned in this paragraph, guys. Let me read it. Let me read it from the beginning again. However, a person who organizes or arranges directly or indirectly supply of specified actionable claim, including a person who owns, operates, or manages digital or electronic platform for such supply, shall be deemed to be the supplier of such actionable claims, whether such actionable claims are supplied by him or through him, and whether consideration is received in money or money's worth. See, because especially when you go to casinos and all, they give you coins. They will give you coins or voucher, which you can use to bet. Means first you will give money, they give you coins. Using that coin, you can bet. So now, are you using literally money to bet? No, you are using coins. But is it equivalent to money? Yes. That is money's worth, including virtual digital asset. Oh, using this also you can bet, especially online. That is cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and all. For supply of such actionable claims is paid or conveyed to him or through him or placed at his disposal in any manner, and all the provisions of this act shall apply to such supplier or specified actionable claims, as it is the supplier who is liable to pay tax in relation to supply of such actionable claim. Guys, the second paragraph, that is however paragraph, is completely on specified actionable claim. Who is the supplier for specified actionable claim? They have given the clarity. Whoever owns it or whoever organizes it. Clear? Yes. Next, who is the recipient? Who is the recipient people? Who receives the goods or who receives the services. And for that, in return, they pay what? Consideration. Recipient, section 2, clause 93 of CGST Act. Recipient of supply of goods and or services means where a consideration is payable for supply of goods or services or both, the person who is liable to pay that consideration. Okay, simple. I have received the goods or services and I am the one who should pay consideration for supplier, right? Correct, Archita? Who should pay? Will you pay or should I pay? I should pay as a recipient. Where no consideration is payable for the supply of goods, that is schedule 1 cases, 4 cases is there. You supplied something to me, but I am not paying anything in return. I am not paying anything in return. The person to whom the goods are delivered or made available, or to whom possession or use of the goods is given or made available. And guys, simple. We both are related. You supplied a goods to me without consideration. Is it a supply? Yes, as per para 2 of schedule 1, read with section 7(1)(c), supply. In that case, I didn't pay any consideration, but still, will I be treated as recipient? Yes, because I am the one who is enjoying the possession of goods. Or else, listen here. Assume our Chennai branch sent goods to Hyderabad branch, who is registered separately. Are they treated as distinct person? Yes. But Hyderabad branch didn't pay any consideration. Is it still a supply? Yes, as per para 2. As per para 2. Sir, in this case, who is the recipient, sir? Hyderabad branch. Sir, they didn't pay any consideration. Still, who is enjoying the possession of the goods? Hyderabad branch. It is considered as recipient. Next, where no consideration is payable for the supply of service. What was covered here was goods. What is covered here is services. And here consideration was there, whereas in both of this case, no consideration. Okay. Third, C, where no consideration is payable for supply of service, the person to whom the service is rendered, that is whoever has received the service. For example, import of service from a related person without consideration. Sir, who is the recipient? The person who has imported the service, who is using this service in the course or furtherance of business. Hope you understood, guys. Simple. A, B, and C is different. For A, consideration is there. When consideration is there, who is the recipient? Whoever is paying it. When consideration is not there, who is the recipient? Whoever is enjoying the goods or whoever is enjoying the services. They are the recipient. And any reference to a person to whom supply is made shall be construed as a reference to the recipient of supply and shall include an agent acting as such on behalf of the recipient in relation to the goods or services or both supplied. Can agent be treated as recipient also? Yes, people listen. Agent is purchasing the goods on behalf of principal. When agent purchase the goods, invoice is issued in the name of agent as what? Recipient. Can we treat him as a recipient? Yes. Hope you remember while discussing para 3 we discussed both purchase as well as sales. If agent has purchased the goods on behalf of the principal and the supplier has issued in invoice in the name of whom? Agent. Is agent a recipient now? Yes. Agent is a recipient, guys. Sure. Both this definition done. Rest all covered up. Check it. Goods, service, taxable supply, taxable territory, consideration, agent, principal, business, family, specified actionable claim, union territory. Everything covered. Everything covered. Now come to the last part. Yeah, so in this chapter, silence. In this chapter, what all we have covered, people? Section 7 as well as section 8. Section 7 has to be read along with 3 schedules. Schedule 1, 2, and 3. I've just given the headings here for just a quick reference for you. And section 8, please be careful, guys. Don't get confused. Section 8 will not tell what is composite supply, what is mixed supply. It will tell what is the tax rate applicable for composite and mixed supply. What is composite supply is given in which section? 2 clause 30. What is mixed supply is given in section 2 clause 74. Important definitions. Guys, important definitions. Please be careful. Few definitions are very important. Like goods, services, composite supply, mixed supply and all. Should we know it so? Yes. Because sometimes in the descriptive answer, you have to define it, Jyoti. You have to define it. So you should know the definitions. Clear? So please don't ignore it. Please know it as it is. And that is why I will try to simplify it by telling in general words and all. Then we came and read the provision or the definition, guys. And easy to remember. 2 clause 30. 2 clause 30 defines what? Composite supply. Correct? Huh? Now, if at all, if you have a confusion, sir, 230 is composite supplier, mixed supplier. C will come first or M will come first? C. Because sometimes students will get confused between 230 and 274. Or for goods also, 252 na 2102 na. You should know what will come first because definition will always go in an alphabetical order, guys. One more shortcut. Composite supply will start with C. C is the third alphabet. Hope you already got it. So 3 and O consider it as 0. 3O or 30. Hope you guys got it. Yes. Chalo. Fine, guys. So we are done with composite and mixed supply. We have few clarification which we will see later. But before that, please take down whatever I have given here. This example, will you make a note of it? Yes. Please see. I have given the listen, please. No hurry. Listen. I have given the heading as composite and mixed supply, but these two are not composite and mixed supply. If at all, if you get doubt or if you have a chances of getting confused, then better don't write this heading. You can write the heading of here, composite and mixed. Because I have given the topic heading on the top. Now you should not feel that, oh, even these are composite and mixed. No. They are individual. Why I gave this example is you should not get confused what is composite and what is individual supplies. Clear? Yes. So I repeat, please listen. These two are the examples for separate supplies, individual supplies. No question of composite, no question of mixed. Then coming to this two. One example is I have taken for composite. One example I have taken it for that is mixed supply. And here goods too I have taken it as principal supply, guys. PS stands for principal supply. Is that clear? Yes. Once you're done with this, you can also take down this chart, which is very important because this will give the complete summary of both whatever we have discussed, guys. But please, sir, from today, I will study only this, sir. No. Please read this in detail, whatever we have covered. Maybe when you're studying next or revising next, we don't have so much time, sir. Can I just revise it from this? Yes, sufficient. Yeah, wherever I'm giving charts or examples and all, guys, use it for your betterment. Don't only depend on that. Yeah, but when you are studying for the first time, please study detailed because you should know what is given in the law, what is given in the definition, and you have to reproduce the same in your answers. You cannot write this chart in the answer. Got it? This is only for your revision, guys, so that quickly you can completely study all the concept with respect to composite and mixed in one chart. Yes, fine. Here, actually, I have also given an example. I will just explain that also. See, composite supply, one example I have given in a figure, that is image. Sir, goods is supplied along with transportation service and insurance. That last diagram, this is for insurance. Clear? You know, most of the company, when they sell the goods, assume you have purchased the goods for 10,000. They will tell free delivery and insurance also included. So 10,000. Sir, is it a composite supply or mixed supply? Composite supply. Actually, the seller would have played a strategy. What is it? Whatever is for transportation and insurance, they would have already included in 10,000 only. No one will give nothing free. Clear? And everyone, whoever is doing business, they will not give anything for free. Okay. So, sir, is this a composite supply? Yes. Which is principal here, guys? This one. Goods. Clear? Same way. Coming to this. Sir, chocolate, beverages and food is supplied as a combo. Is it a mixed supply or principal supply? Sorry, is it a mixed supply or composite supply? Mixed supply because they are not naturally bundled as. Yes. Take that. Yes, now we will see some clarifications with respect to composite and mixed supplies. Whenever there is a doubt in the industry whether the following supply is a composite or mixed, so CBIC has clarified it through a circular. So what are those clarifications? We will see. CBIC stands for Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. In the following cases has clarified issues as to whether the given supplies are composite or whether it is a mixed supply. And if it is also composite, out of composite, which is principal supply. Because in case of composite supply, what is the rate applicable, guys? The rate applicable for principal supply. Now, printing industry issues. Guys, in the printing industry, there was a issues. See, for example, listen, I will take my product to you. You are the printer. Assume you are the printer. I will bring my product to you. You will print my logo or you will print the information about my company on that and you will give back to me. What are you giving? Supply of service. No doubt in this. Only service. Because I gave my goods to you. You printed whatever I asked. Content was given by me only. Telling you print my logo, you print my company information, or you print a letterhead like that. You printed and gave it back to me. So it was purely supply of service. But in few cases, what happens? Now assume I will tell, sir, print a diary and give it to me. So diary, you will use your own diary. On that, you will print my company information or my information and give it to me. So here, both goods also is involved, service is also involved. Goods, diary, and printing is a service, but supplied for a single price. Sir, what is it? Composite or mixed? If composite, what is principal supply? That is what the clarity is given, guys. So we will see. The printing industry in India, in particular, faced a dilemma in determining whether the nature of supply provided was that of goods or services. Another doubt was whether in case where certain contracts involved both supply of goods as well as services, whether the same would be constituted as supply of goods or services. Or if it would be a composite supply, in that composite supply, which is a principal supply. Clear? So it is very important because her rate applicable will be different. So we need to identify. I cannot tell supplier apply some rate and pay anta. Or else obviously they will choose what? Whichever is lower. So we should tell clearly this is what supply. On this, what rate should be applicable. Thus, it is clarified that from now important. clarified that supply of books, pamphlets, brochures, envelopes, annual reports, leaflets, cartoons, boxes, etc. printed with logo, design, name, address, or other contents supplied by the recipient. Means the recipient has told, please print this. The supplier is not printing whatever he wants. Supplier is printing what recipient wants. So the content is given by whom? The recipient. Or it would be, by the recipient of such printed goods or composite supply. Okay, what is it, guys? Composite supply. Okay, fine, sir. It is a composite supply. And the question whether such supplies constitute supply of goods or services would be determined on the basis of what constitutes principal supply. Okay, they are telling it is a composite supply, but they are telling let us decide whether it is a which one is a principal supply. Okay, fine. So there are two categories here, guys. Please observe because small difference is there between both. In case of printing of books, pamphlets, brochures, annual reports, and like means similar to that, where only content is supplied by the publisher or the person who owns the usage right to the intangible inputs, while the physical inputs including paper used for printing belong to whom? Printer. Supply of printing of content supplied by the recipient of supply is a principal supply. Okay, that means what is the supply principal supply here? Supply of printing, which is supply of service. Okay, that is a principal supply. And therefore, such supplies would constitute what, guys? Supply of service. So on the entire thing, whatever is the rate applicable for printing will be applicable. For example, guys, listen. Now I have a copyright for my books. I have a content. I gave it to the publisher or I gave it to the printer telling, sir, please print 1,000 books of my books. Content I have given. Book I didn't give. Content I have given. Okay. I told, please print 1,000 books of this and give it to me. Now, what did he supply? Only goods or service? Both. He gave books along with the content which I had given. What is the principal supply of? Books or content? Content. Why? Guys, will I accept the books without the print? No. My main product, my main thing which I want is my content. But to be printed in book. So the printer or the publisher will print and give it to me. Books along with printing. But what is the principal supply here, guys? Printing. Printing. What is the having predominant element? Printing. So it is a principal supply. Whatever rate is applicable for printing will be applicable for entire values. Assume they are charging 1 lakh for me or assume 10 lakh. On entire 10 lakh, whatever is the rate applicable for printing will be applicable, guys. Even same case with pamphlets and all. Now assume I want to print 1,000 pamphlets for my business. Now I will give the content, correct? I cannot tell, hey, whatever you want, you print in pamphlet and give it to me. Who will tell like that? Correct. I will tell what should be there in the front, what should be there in the back, everything. I would have given the content and I will tell printer, please print 1,000 pamphlets and give it to me. So what will he give? He will give pamphlet, which is a sheet along with the content. So did he give only goods? No. Did he give only service, Vikram? No. He gave both. He gave both. But what is the principal supplier? Printing. Printing. If you just give me only empty sheet, will I accept it? No, sir. For me, what I require actually is content. I want you to print that content on a sheet and give it to me. Clear? So, what is having a predominant element here is printing, people. Got it? Yes. Next, second case. This is different. Please be careful. In case of a supply of printed envelopes, letter cards, printed boxes, tissues, napkins, wallpaper, etc. by the printer using its own physical inputs, including paper to print the design, logo, etc. supplied by the recipient of goods. Predominant supply is what? Supply of. Guys, what is the predominant supply? Supply of goods, not service. And the supply of printing of content that is supplied by the recipient of supply is ancillary to the principal supply of goods. And therefore, it will be treated as what, guys? Supply of goods. Okay, let me come up. See, both are printing, but different things are there. Guys, listen, please listen. Now assume I went to a tissue shop, Ramesh. I went to a tissue shop. I wanted to purchase tissue, but not only tissue. Assume I have a restaurant. So where I told for a tissue manufacturer, sir, on the tissue, on each and every tissue, print my logo and gives. Print the name of my restaurant and give, sir. You would have observed many of the companies doing it, correct? Yes, that is just a promotion. So instead of taking only tissues, I asked, sir, you give tissues, but along with printing my name on that, means my business name on it. What is having predominant element here? Tissue na printing tissue. But definitely I am not taking only tissue. Along with that, I am also asking to print. So which is having predominant element? Tissue. Is that clear? Yes. One more example I will give. Many companies do this. Hope you guys are aware of, especially restaurants. Yeah, not only restaurant, but majority of the times restaurant, especially good restaurants, who is doing operation in little large scale. Next, assume even in accommodations and all, whenever you go for any resort to stay and all, even they do that. Okay. Now envelopes also. Now assume I want to print a envelope or letterhead for my business. I went and asked, sir, please give me 100 envelopes, but please print my logo on the top and give, or my company name on the top and give. What is the predominant element? Which is a principal supplier? Letter. Along with that, they're also giving printing, guys. Is that clear? Yes. One more example. Now assume, guys, I wanted to buy a t-shirt. I went to a shop and I picked one t-shirt which it was suitable for me. I told, sir, I want 10 of these t-shirts. Please print my logo on this and give. I'm buying t-shirts, but along with printing. What printing, sir? I will give the content. I will tell what has to be printed. So the person, the supplier will print whatever I want, wherever I want, and he will give it to me. So there is actually both supply of goods as well as the service, but which is having a predominant element? T-shirt. That is, the supply of goods is a principal supply, guys. Hope you guys got it. Understood now? Any confusion? See, in between this, there is a chances of getting confused. First check, sir, which is principal supply? Goods or service? Because of what I am taking it. In my previous example, books, sir, my main intention was to print my content in book. Was my intention to buy the book? No. My intention was to print my content in the book so that I can sell it to my students. Clear? So main principal supply there was printing my content. Printing my content, guys. Okay, chalo. And sir, what if by chance if the seller is charging two separate price? For example, t-shirt separate, printing separate. For t-shirt 1000, for printing 200. Then two separate supplies. No question of composite to, no question of principal. Clear? So it is two separate supplies, guys. Okay, chalo. Next. Food supplied to patients. Food supplied to inpatients. Guys, listen. When we go to the hospital, if I am admitted in an hospital, I am called as inpatient. Inpatient, not impatient. Oh, inpatient means who is admitted there. Now, normally they will only supply the food when I am admitted there for the patient. Okay, because there will be some prescribed food which will be prescribed by doctor to be given to me. Accordingly, they will supply to me. Assuming they will charge a single price for me, all medical treatment, food, everything put together. Is it a composite supply? Yes. Because most of the hospital, what they follow is once the patient is admitted there, they will take care of everything, including medicines, everything. Normally, what I have observed is they will give a breakup. They will give a breakup. That is how much for treatment, how much for medicine, how much for food and all. They will give a break. No, sir, they are not giving a breakup. They told because pay 1 lakh, including everything, including stay. Stay early, hotel alalla, hospital alli. Chalo. So including accommodation, alli hodre, you have various options in hospital, like a hotel. What are options, sir? Normal ward. Normal ward where there is no facilities, no separate nurse, no separate attender. Everyone will be shouting, oh. Charges will be less. Okay, maybe night you will not get sleep also. So you will tell, no, I'm not able to get sleep here. So I want a better separate room for me. There also categories there. With AC, without AC. With TV, without TV. Sir, will I go there to watch movie or TV? Illa. But bore agata. You will feel bored, no? Will they give treatment throughout the day? 24 hours? No. You will be lying on the bed thinking about whatever you want. So, but after a point you will feel bored. So TV, no. So some people will choose it. But I want a room with the TV. Okay. So like that, they have a different categorization. Obviously, prices will be going up accordingly. Okay, fine. Coming back to this, if single price is charged for treatment along with food, Sir, is it a composite supply? Yes, naturally bundled. Ramesh, why will a patient go to hospital to have food or to take treatment? To take treatment. So what is the principal supply? Treatment has. Treatment comes under healthcare services, which is exempt actually. Which is exempt. Healthcare services is exempt means food is also exempt. Why, sir? Because the rate applicable for principal supply is applicable for entire supply. This should be the strategy played by hospital. Clear? Now their principal supply is healthcare. If they give one single bill all put together, entire value is exempt. Why, sir? Because principal supply is healthcare, which is exempt. Now, what is the rate applicable for the value? Zero. Nothing is taxable. Nothing is taxable. Okay. Food supplied to inpatient as advised by the doctor or nutritionist is a part of composite supply of healthcare. So healthcare would be a principle there and not separately taxable. Other supplies of food by hospital to a patient not admitted. Sir, I went there for health checkup. While coming, I saw canteen. Why not? I will have something there. I had. Many hospitals will have in-house canteen, you know, no? Yes. I had something there, sir. Is it liable for GST? Yes. Because that is not for a patient who is admitted there, or other attendants or visitors are taxable. Now you went to visit any of your relative admitted in a hospital. There you felt like having something in the canteen. Is it taxable for them? Yes. Please be careful. The canteen has to keep a separate list of what they have supplied for the patient who is admitted there and what they have supplied for others. They will keep an account of it. This anyway, again, I will cover it even in exemption chapter, guys, because it has a connection to exemption. Next, activity of bus bodybuilding. Not person's bodybuilding, bus bodybuilding. In the case of bus bodybuilding, there is a supply of goods along with service. Obviously, they will use various goods in the bus manufacturing. Along with that, will there be a service also, sir? Yes. Thus, classification of this composite supply as either goods or service would depend on which supply is the principal supply, which may be determined on the basis of facts and circumstances of each case. Guys, they didn't conclude anything. They told decide as per the circumstances. Next, retreading of tires means removing the worn out thread and replacing it with a new thread, guys, so that the life of the tire will increase. In retreading of tires, which is a composite supply, the predominant element is the process of retreading, which is supply of service. Rubber used for retreading is an ancillary supply, guys. What is it also? I have given in the last line. You can see this part. Retread tires are revamped tires on which the worn out thread, the part of the tire that makes contact with the surface of the road, is replaced with new thread, guys. To increase what? Increase the life of the tire. Okay, coming back to this paragraph. Supply of retreaded tires, where the old tires belong to the supplier of retreaded tires, is the supply of goods, guys. Clear? So supply of retreaded tires, where old tires, sir, we are replacing your old tire with our tire. And tire belongs to whom? The supplier. So it would be what, guys? Supply of goods. Supply of goods. Okay. Next, supply of food and beverages at cinema hall, taxable at restaurant service, as restaurant service. Now, sir, I will go to a theater or multiplex to watch a movie. Will you watch only movie? Maybe not. In the break, you will go to have something. Clear? If not, they will only come to you telling in a break account. Do you want something? Especially in multiplex, they have started doing this. Clear? Just to push the sales of what? Food items or snacks. Now, guys, if you book the ticket separately and if you go and have food separately, ticketing is separate, restaurant service is different. Whatever you buy, food, snacks and all, it is treated as restaurant service. Sir, what if it is offered for a single price? Especially in PVR gold and all, this is relevant. Clear? Sir, ticket price is 1000, which includes one bucket of popcorn. One bucket andre what? That the one which you will use at home. You would have seen, no? You would have seen bucket of popcorn. Some people, I see small kids carrying one bucket. I wondering. Oh, leave it, fine. Because full movie, what eating only. And some people, starting only they will carry. See, normally what people do, majority of them, they will buy in the interval. Some people at the beginning only carrying bucket to watch movie. Chala. Sir, silence. If ticketing is along with food for a single price, sir, is it a composite supply? Actually, they have clarified, they have told it is a composite supply, but I don't completely agree with it, because guys, always it is our choice to have food or not, or snacks or not, correct? And most of the time when it is a normal like screen, we always choose only ticket. For food, if you want, you can add on, actually you can add on, correct? If you want, you can book it on book my show only. You want that, this and all, but it is our choice. Clear? Yes. But here they told, sir, what if it is supplied for a single price? They're telling it is a composite supply. It is a composite supply. Now you tell, as a person who want to view the movies in a screen, will you want to expect this together? I don't think majority of them expect it together. Clear? But still, clarification. One of the question also is asked in the exam where they are told it is a composite supply, naturally bundled composite supply, guys. Maybe if you ask me in PVR Gold and all, whoever will go there to watch the movie by sleeping. Clear? You can sleep and watch the movie there, because in normal you want to sit. No, some people cannot sit. They want to sleep around, say in sofa or on the bed and watch it. For that extra amount you have to pay, and in that cases maybe ticket will come with some snacks like popcorn, samosa, or anything else. In that case, can I tell it is a composite supply? Yes, because those people expect ticket along with some snacks. Clear? So in that case, is it naturally bundled? Yes. Okay, fine. Let us see what is the clarification given. Eating joint is a wide term which includes refreshment or eating stalls or kiosks, counters or restaurant at a cinema also. Kiosk is a device. Okay, or it will, there will be a device where you can put the money and you will get whatever you want. In the sense, lace, snacks, or beverages and all. Okay, there will be a counter from which it will come out. Okay, you will pick it and have it like that. Or else, kiosk means it can be a small counter also. It can be a small counter through which you will buy the items. Okay, you will go there, sir, you will ask what you want. You will ask what you want and you will buy it. Correct? You have to give the money, they will pick whatever you have asked and they will give it to you. Okay, so we can consider it as a small counter. Okay. The cinema operator may run this refreshment, eating stalls, kiosk, counters, restaurant themselves. Means, sir, especially when it is a PVR and all, they run themselves. They run the restaurant themselves. Whereas they may also give it to a contract to a third party. Some theaters do that. They will not run that restaurant. They will give it to, for someone else for rent. The outsider is keeping the items there and selling it. It is a space owned by theater owner, but it is used by an outsider. So it would have been given for a rent. The customer may like to avail the services supplied by this refreshment, snack counters, or choose not to avail these services. Means purely choice. It is not mandatory. Further, the cinema operator can also install vending machines. That is what I told you. Vending machines, you can just put the money, you will get whatever you have asked for or whatever you want. You can choose there actually. Or supply any other recreational service such as through coin operated machines which a customer may or may not avail. It is hereby clarified that, okay, ultimately what is the clarification? Important, guys, they are asking questions on this. Supply of food or beverages in a cinema hall is taxable as what? Restaurant service. Sir, is it actually restaurant? No, it is a theater. But a part of that is kept as a shop or restaurant. So whatever you buy there, food, the snacks, beverages and all, it falls under what, guys? Restaurant service. As long as the food or beverages are supplied by way of or a part of service and supplied independent of cinema exhibition service. Means ticketing is separate for film, whereas restaurant is separate. In that case, we will apply the respective rates for both of them independently, separately. Where the sale of cinema ticket and supply of food and beverages are clubbed together, means it is sold for a single price. And such bundled supply satisfy the test of composite supply, the entire supply will attract GST at the rate applicable to what? Service of exhibition of cinema, because that is principal supply. Are you going there to eat or watch movie? Movie. Correct. So that is the principal supply. Along with that, even food and snacks is supplied, guys. Is that clear? So in simple, the last part is, if both the movie ticket along with food is supplied for a single price, assume 1,000 rupees. So on 1000, what should be the rate applicable? Is it a first of all composite supply? Yes, they are telling composite supply. Here actually they didn't tell composite, but in the suggested answers and all, even ICI is giving it as composite. So if I consider it as composite supply, considering it is or assuming it is naturally supplied, what will be the principal supply, guys? What will be the principal supply? Ticketing, exhibition of movie. That will be the principal supply on the entire 1000 rupees. Whatever is the rate applicable for exhibition of movie or cinema will be applicable on entire 1000. Clear? But anyway, I tell you, see, especially if it is a like normal theater and all. Sir, do we want to buy the food along with it? I don't think majority of the customer is willing to buy food along with ticket. But as I told again, I repeat, if it is like any I class, like IMAX or PVR Gold and all, there such customers may expect to buy ticket along with food. But as per the clarification, sir, should we treat if ticket is sold along with food, should we treat it as composite supply? Yes. Accordingly, answer the question, guys. Yes. And we were talking about logo. I will just tell, this logo you have observed, our logo. There is a meaning for it. Anyone have any idea about it? VG, it looks like VG. Obviously VG only. Not only look like, it is VG. VG stands for Vikas Gowda. But if you reverse it, CA it is. It is CA. So it is like CA Vikas Gowda. You can reverse it and see. And the tick is also there, which is used actually in CA logo. Clear one thing. And the other thing is, you can see here, two people holding the hands. Two people holding the hands to lift this. I might be the front face for this classes, but entire backbone is my wife. Because entire back thing is taken care by her. So just 7-8 months back, few months back, we started with zero, doing really good as on today, because I had a belief that we will do it well. And before this also I was earning well, but somewhere we will always have that fire that we need to do something of our own. And for that, the push was by my wife, and we shared our responsibilities. And whatever we are doing today, obviously it is together along with the team. Okay, it's enough. So that actually, that picture stands for me and my wife there, husband and wife. That is the implication. That logo also has a meaning actually. Okay, let us come to our quote now. Okay. You don't plan anything. Shh. There is no elevator. Okay, silence. There is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. Guys, when you want to achieve success, don't look for shortcuts. Please don't look for shortcuts. Today's generation especially wants something immediately. Sir, I like fast food, sir. I like fast food. Sir, by the time I go, it should be ready. I cannot wait there. See, that is okay for other things, but in your life, it cannot happen like that. Don't expect everything to be instant, guys. And especially when you are doing this course, you already know that it will take good amount of time. What happens? Some students, they will try to find a shortcut. Sir, I want to pass just by studying 1 month, 2 months. Give me some important chapters. Give me some important topics. Nothing like that. Don't expect anything, especially from me like that. Clear? Because as a teacher, I always emphasize the students to cover full syllabus. And as a teacher, if I am covering full syllabus, I expect you also to cover full syllabus, because I don't want you to put into a risk. I know, because if I can give, see, if I give, okay, this and this is important, then it will not make sense for me to teach 100% syllabus. Correct? Now, I would have teach only what is important. And no one can predict our institute. No, including me. I am a member of the institute. Even I cannot predict telling what will come in the exam. Everything will go upside down. So better you also don't take that risk predicting what will come, what will not come. You please prepare for 100% of the syllabus. Definitely questions will come from that one. And guys, this course will take good amount of time. And believe me, good things will take time. Good things will take time. And somewhere in between you feel, I am taking too much time. How will I settle? When will I settle? When will I start earning? And especially even during articleship, you might not be paid very well, but still okay, guys. It's okay. Please manage with that. Now actually they are paying literally decently only. Minimum, I guess what I have seen is 8 to 10,000, 12,000 they are paying. I think aram say you can manage yourself, your own expenses. During our time it was 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. I got paid. I did 3 years of articleship. First year 4,000, second year 5,000, third year 6,000. Clear? And see, sometimes even I used to feel, I have to work for 9 hours, getting paid so much and that. So much andre this one. But still, guys, that is actually not considered to be earning period. It is more of learning period. And for say for learning, you are getting paid. You feel happy for it. And obviously, guys, once you come out of that period, that is after articleship, along with final, if you have completed, then you will have better life. And you cannot, there is no limit for your earning or even for your career. So sometimes we need to forego our short-term gains in order to achieve something best in the long term, guys. So please make sacrifices. Be ready for it. Obviously, when you have aimed something big, you cannot think that I will achieve it easily. You will face obstacles. You will have some failures in between, or there will be bad days. But you have to overcome all those tasks. That is when you can become a winner. You can tell your story to others. No one will be ready to hear your story if you're unsuccessful. Only people will be ready to tell who is success and how did I become successful. So please be ready, because you might become an example for many people. Many, I am telling you, not only your brother, sister, or your parents, you can become an example for many people. So that has to happen. Work hard now and don't look for any shortcuts, guys. That is very, very important. Don't, because see, you will look for some shortcuts, you will go for the exam, you will realize it. But it will be for some people, it will be already late by the time they realize that, oh, I should have not done this. So please don't do that. And with this, I will end this chapter. Guys, again, I am telling, please don't find shortcut. Give your 100%. Definitely, you will get what you want and what you wish for. Yes. Now we will solve a question on composite and mixed supply, guys. See, I already given number of examples and illustration on this. We have already got 100% clarity on it. But just for having a writing practice, we'll solve one question on this. Explain whether the following supplies amount to composite supply or not. Simple, they have given two transactions. They're asking, is it a composite supply or not? So for this question, what should you do, guys? First, explain what is composite supply. When a supply is called as composite supply. So when composite supply comes, they use the word called principal supply. Should I explain that also? Yes, we should explain that also, because that are the key terms used in the definition. Let us see. First one. Okay, let me see the explanation first. This anyway, as the question is on composite supply, we need to explain that. Section 2 clause 30 of CGST Act on 17 defines composite supply as a supply made by a taxable person to a recipient consisting of two or more taxable supply of goods or services or both, or any combination thereof, which are naturally bundled and supplied in conjunction with each other in the ordinary course of business, one of which is a principal supply. Now, what is principal supply? It's also defined in section 2 clause 90. Principal supply means the supply of goods or services which constitutes the predominant element of composite supply. What is the keyword here? Predominant. Guys, you have to use these words in the answer. And to which any other supply forming part of the composite supply is a ancillary, like our charger and all. Section 290. And this is definition of what composite and principal supply. Let us also talk about tax rate. Let us also talk about tax rate. Where is tax rate given? A month. Where is it given? A month? Section 8. As per section 8 of CGST Act on 17, in case of composite supply, it shall be treated as supply of such principal supply. That is, the entire value of composite supply will be charged at the rate which is applicable to principal supply. Okay. We have told the applicable provision. Now let us go and read what they have given. A hotel provides 4 days, 3 nights package wherein the facility of breakfast and dinner is provided along with room accommodation. Means they are charging per day, assume 5,000 rupees. includes breakfast and dinner. Sir, what about lunch? They are not giving it. Maybe if you want, you can pay extra and add it. So complimentary. We call this as actually complimentary. So along with accommodation, they are providing breakfast and dinner. Is it a naturally bundled or not, guys? Naturally bundled. Naturally bundled. Especially what I have observed in the hotel industries, breakfast especially will be complimentary, guys. Clear? And some hotels will tell, sir, if you want breakfast, extra 500, extra 1000. Obviously, that is individual supplies. We are not talking about that. Here they are charging 5000 for both food along with accommodation. Now, is it a naturally bundled? Yes. So I can tell it is a composite supply. Which is a principal supply here? We are going there to have a no, sir, to stay. Along with that, we are having food. So in that case, so what is it, guys? Which is a principal supply? Accommodation. Accommodation will be a principal supply. So on entire 5000, whatever rate is applicable for accommodation service will be applicable. Clear? And see, some hotels will also have like this. The hotel or the accommodation will have their own in-house restaurants. You will order or you will go there and have food and pay a separate bill. We are not talking about that also, because that will become a separate supply, guys, individual supply. Here we are talking about, I booked an accommodation where even food is provided. So is it naturally bundled? Yes, it is naturally bundled, guys. Yeah. In view of the same, okay, applicable provision we have told. Now, since supply of breakfast and dinner with accommodation in a hotel are naturally bundled, said supplies qualify as composite supply, and accommodation service is a principal supply there, guys. Okay. Sir, what about the rate, money and all? You didn't tell. Guys, they have not given any figure. You just tell, is it a composite supply and which is principal? End there. We solved few illustration, both under composite and mixed. One illustration I had given along with what is the value, what is the rate, everything. If they give like that, then also tell what is the rate applicable and on what amount. That is entire value. Entire value, guys. Okay. But here no value is given, no rate is given. Just stop it there. A toothpaste company has offered the scheme of free soap along with toothpaste. That means you are buying toothpaste along with free soap. Free soap means in simple, two goods are supplied for a single price. Two goods are supplied for a single price. Is it naturally bundled, people? No. Is majority of the people willing to buy it together? No. Maybe it is a seller strategy to sell it together, but is it naturally bundled? No. What do we call it as? Mixed supply. Mixed supply. Since supply of toothpaste along with the soap are not naturally bundled, the said supply is not a composite supply. And what it will be? When it is not a composite, it will be mixed supply. And here, actually, for this question, I have not defined mixed supply. Why? Because question clearly told, tell whether the following is a composite supply. So mainly the target was on what? Composite supply. So we didn't define mixed supply. Sir, what if the question is asked like this? Explain whether the following is composite or mixed supply. So should we explain the definition of both? Yes, composite as well as mixed. And sir, while writing the definition here, however you are given, should we write the same way? What I have given is not my law. It is what is given in CGST under the respective section. Please try to reproduce same, guys. We don't have any choice. Sir, can I write my own law? Some students, they will write their own law in exam. They will not write GST law. They will create their own law. Please don't do that. Clear? And even if by chance, if you don't write the sentences as it is, there are key terms which you have to use, like conjunction with each other, naturally bundled, principal supply. All this for sure you have to use it. Clear? And see, even when I taught, I didn't teach the definition first. I taught it bit by bit. Even I have given the features, no. So just try to remember like that. Then later try to form a sentence out of it. That's all. And it is easy, guys. Practice, you will get it. Fine. That's all, no? Yes. Take down.